Good morning students, many of you have been asking about the overview of the syllabus of TSPSC English Literature Junior Lecturer exams. Students from our online batch are also asking about the same, what to study from, which booklet they should refer from. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to discuss everything in this video. But yes, before beginning, if you are one of those students preparing for the same examination, you can simply check out our course on English literature, where we provide you the material as well as the video lessons that will help you to build command on the subject. You can check the link in the description below to know more about it. Now without any further ado, let's begin with this video. Alright, so here is the syllabus for JL exam. The very first unit is genres, movements, schools and concepts. Genre simply means British drama, poetry, short story, prose, etc. So they have mentioned here the age of Renaissance, Reformation, metaphysical poetry, so on and so forth. So the age of Renaissance in England, particularly in England, I'm not talking about France or Italy. In England, it began after, you can say, the War of Roses that happens from 1455 to 1485. So basically, when you study for TSPSC Junior Lecturer exam, you have to start your British literature from Elizabethan period, because that is the period when Renaissance began. And then they have covered everything in the syllabus, right from Elizabethan period to Puritan age, Victorian period, Neoclassicism, Romanticism, Modernism and Postmodernism. You have to study British literature completely. You can leave the first 2 or 3 ages, Anglo-Saxon age, okay, but I suggest you to study those 2-3 ages also. That will help you to form the foundation of your British literature, because British literature is something where 40 to 50% of the questions in any competitive exam come. Okay, so get your hands on British literature completely. And please don't worry, that genre simply means drama, prose, poetry. Do not get confused. It's a part of British literature only. We have literary movements in that. I have created a playlist of 27 lectures here on YouTube. So go through the playlist section of our channel and get access to all those 26 to 27 lectures. Definitely you are going to get 5 to 6 questions from the playlist. Right now you are solely going to get 5 to 6 questions from the playlist that we have created on YouTube. Complete this series if you are serious about the examination. Alright, so study all the writers and the titles they have written. Know about the history of British literature, when it came. Everything is important in British literature, as I have just mentioned. When did the first Bible came? When did the magazines came? How many Bibles are there? Who translated which Bible and in which year? What was the first magazine? What was the last magazines? Who won the Nobel Prize? Who won the Booker Prize? So you have to go through all these details, because that comes under, you can say, sort of concepts. Okay, the concepts are in the literary theory part, but that is also a part of British literature. So you must be knowing everything in detail. If you are a student of our batch, simply go through the miscellaneous booklet of the material that we have provided you. We have mentioned all these things there. Again, if you don't have the material, simply Google the history of Bibles, Pulitzer Prize, Nobel Prize list, first line, last line. That will help you to go through these simple topics. Alright, moving forward, we have these 2 points: structuralism, post-structuralism, feminism, post-colonialism, diaspora, race, gender and caste. And then we have this third point: new criticism, formalism, reader response criticism, etc. Indirectly they are saying you that you have to go through the complete literary theory. Okay, literary theory begins with structuralism, and then we have new criticism, formalism, reader response criticism, postmodernism, deconstruction, feminism. All these are part of literary theory. So complete literary theory will come in the examination. You can either refer to internet or the book P.K. Nair or Peter Berry. Okay, these 2 books are helpful. But again, if you have our study material, simply go through the literary theory booklet. Everything is covered in that booklet. Okay, do not forget to cover 1000 plus literary theory questions. 1000 question booklet have already been there in some competitive exams. We compiled all the questions from different examination, SET examination, NET, PhD, PG entrances, all the theory questions that have ever been asked in the history we have compiled here in this 1000 plus literary theory MCQs. So definitely you are going to find 15 questions from these 1000 plus literary theory MCQs. Alright, moving forward, literary genres, poetry, fiction, prose, drama, that is a part of British literature. As you study British literature, you will automatically cover this unit. Alright, a suggestion to online students: that language and linguistic booklet, they have to definitely going to ask you figure of speech, or you can say literary devices. All those 20 to 25 figure of speech you must study, and at the end of the booklet you will find the literary terms. And talking about origin and development elements, you will automatically be completing this from British literature history. So you don't have to go through any other special study for this particular unit. origin of drama, because that is a part of British history. When you study British history, you will find exactly the 4th unit which is mentioned in the syllabus. Alright, the next point is writers and text. So do not skip any of these works and writers. Better if you watch movie or read the text. They will definitely ask in-depth question from these works. They can ask you dialogues, characters, lines from the poems, interpretation of the poems, or anything. They can ask you anything from these works. You can watch the movies based on the novels also. There is a movie based on Hamlet, Lord of the Flies, Beloved, Midnight Children. You can watch the movies on these works. You can read the novel Untouchable. Yes, if you want to read it, because it is just 150 pages book of novel. You can read this novel just in single day. But that is again your choice. Use any medium to cover all these works. You can read the actual novel, or you can watch the movie, or you can read chapter-wise summaries. Do anything but cover all these works. Most of the questions will be from these works and poems. Moving forward, we have English language teaching. That is the 3rd unit. And ELT in India simply means English studies in India. English studies in India, English education in India, English in India, English language teaching in India. These all are the same thing. The online student batch who are confused about what to study must refer to the booklet English Education in India. Okay, in the first point they have asked what is the history of English in India. So all those things that you study in English education in India is a part of history. Rajaram Mohan Roy writing the letter to Lord Amherst, the Magna Carta of Indian education, that is Wood's Dispatch, the first novel published by any Indian writer, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, that is a part of English history. We have also created a playlist on English studies in India. You can go through these lectures here on our YouTube channel. You're surely going to find questions from that. Again, you must be knowing what is bilingualism, what is multilingualism, what is standardization of language, what is Pidgin, Creole, chord switching, chord mixing, morphemes, phonemes, phonology, syntax. All these you will find in language booklet. Okay, you can study that from the internet also if you don't have the material, but again you have to study all these terms that fall into the category of language and linguistics. The second points are the methods and approaches. They have directly mentioned you the topics here. Google these topics directly on the internet. You can find it simply. And the online batch students go through the language booklet. The information that is mentioned in the booklet is more than sufficient, so don't worry. Go through the language linguistics booklet and English education in India booklet. That will do the work. And now out of these 5 points, the 3rd point is remaining. I will create a video on the same. The upcoming video on the same will cover all the parts of the 3rd point that I have not mentioned in this video. Alright, so don't worry about it. I will be creating more such videos on this particular examination. In case you have any queries or doubts, simply let me know in the comment section below so that I can see them, and I will try to resolve them in the next videos. For now, I have to leave. I will see you in the next video. That's it for this. Thank you.